What's up, everybody, and thank you for listening to Mastering the Mindset. My name is Darius Dotch, and I'm an actor, hip-hop artist, and fitness and life coach. And I'm here to personally help you train and improve your mindset so that you can, 1, become the best version of yourself mentally, and 2, gain focus and motivation to be able to take action and achieve the success in life that you want and deserve. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to my channel, and at the end of this episode, if you liked it, please share it with a friend or a loved one or someone who would benefit from hearing this message. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm ready to go on this journey with you, and that journey begins now. All right, and welcome back to another episode. So today we're going to talk about how to not have a shitty day, because sometimes we just have those shitty days. We wake up and it's just going to be a bad day. And one of the things I hope people don't think about me, since I do this podcast and I have a lot going on and I'm starting to get noticed for having some of the things I have been doing, I hope I don't give off the impression that I don't have a shitty day. That I wake up and I'll be like, oh, good day there, my friend. Top of the morning to you. It's going to be a beautiful day. Nah, some days I'll wake up and the day is a shitty one. And for whatever the reason may be, for you to wake up and have that bad day, maybe you didn't sleep good enough. Maybe you ate before you went to bed and your digestion made you have bad sleep. Maybe you were worried about something. Maybe your kids kept you up. Whatever the reason is, you're human. These days are going to come. But if you go through the whole day not feeling good, then you miss some opportunities along the way to turn that day around for yourself. So let's talk about how to turn that day around when you wake up and you feel like shit. How to turn that day into a positive one. And one of the things we should understand is that as we're on this journey, as we're working on ourselves and doing personal development and trying to go from who we have been to who we want to be, sometimes those old habits die hard. They just do. And you might not feel 100%. And you might feel like you're releasing parts of yourself that you've identified with for years. And that can be challenging. You might be starting to notice that some of the people you've known a long time are starting to be released because maybe they're holding you back from you becoming that person or from you getting to where you want to be. Or maybe they just don't vibe with you anymore because you ain't exactly the same person that you used to be. And through this transition of where you are to where you want to be, you might have to release some old versions of yourself. And there might come some resistance with that. And as a result, you might not feel the best every day. But whatever the reason for your shitty day, we're going to talk about how to be able to make it a better day whenever that happens. And the first thing you should ask yourself or think about is, how did I sleep? How much sleep did I get? What time did you go to bed last night? Did you eat a real big meal right before you went to bed? Did you wake up a bunch of times throughout the night? Think about that first. Did you have enough sleep? That's the first thing. And the second thing to think about is, did you take enough time for yourself in the morning? If you didn't take enough time for yourself and you don't feel 100%, that could be the reason why. You haven't had enough time for yourself, to be with yourself. Did you take that time for yourself? Did you read? Did you meditate? Even if it's going out on your porch and having a cup of coffee while you take in some sunlight. Or did you immediately wake up and go straight to your crying kids or straight to your emails? Do you need to wake up a little bit earlier to have that time for yourself so you can read, so you can journal, to take that time for yourself? That's the second thing. Did you have time for you? The next thing, after you think about sleep, after you thought about taking time for yourself, the third thing is, what's your nutrition been like today? Have you eaten today? If it's in the middle of the day and you haven't eaten yet, well, your blood sugar is probably low and that can affect you. If all you had was coffee, then yeah, that most definitely could be a reason why you don't feel so good. So what's your nutrition? Did you have a greasy fast food place for lunch? Another big one is, did you drink enough water? People don't realize how drinking water is really important to how you feel. Why? Because you are made up of 70% of water, 70% or more of water. So of course, if you're not going to feel right, if your body is digesting more toxins than water. So that's the next thing, nutrition. The next thing to think about is movement. How much movement have you had today? Have you been stagnant today? Have you been sitting in the same place all day, on the couch, at your desk? Get up, do some jumping jacks, go for a walk, a jog, do a push-up, do some breathing exercises, some breath work. Get your body moving. If you have been stagnant today and your bones and your body haven't done anything today, then move around. Motion is lotion. I heard that from somewhere. Motion is lotion. If you feel tight, your muscles, your joints, then move. The more you move, the more your body is going to loosen up because you're human. You're meant to move, not sit at a desk all day, not sit anywhere all day. So figure out how to get some movement. It will make you feel better. What's up, what's up, what's up? I want to take a quick moment to say thank you so much for listening to this episode and to also let you know that this podcast is 100% donation driven, which means it's completely funded by you, the listener. So if you like the content I have to offer, I would love it if you can make a donation and you get to pick the amount. I left links in the description of the video as well as my homepage. You can choose which way benefits you the best to donate. And if you need more options, please feel free to email me at dariusdotch@gmail.com. That's DARIUSDOTCH@gmail.com. Again, thank you so much for being here and let's get back to it. And this next one seems a little obvious to do, or maybe not even necessarily something that you would think to do, but music. Music can really help change your mood. I'm talking about that music that puts you in a good mood. I would even suggest making a playlist. And for me, this one is easy because I love listening to music, especially when I clean or drive. It's so therapeutic to me. And it literally changes my mood every time. Hell, I get mad if I'm driving and I can't have music on. Like if somebody calls me and they won't wrap the conversation up and now I'm about to park and I didn't get to have my music, right? So what are some of the songs you love? Do you dance to them? Do you twerk to them? Do you jump up and down, nod your head real hard? All of the above? Because you should. You most definitely should. Put that music on as often as possible, especially if you're having a bad day. And I don't know what kind of music you like, but the lyrics of a song can make a difference too. If the lyrics are positive and talking about happiness and talking about love and beauty, and if you're singing these lyrics out loud, it works like an affirmation. And by you singing it out loud, by saying it out loud, it's adding on another layer to the effect that the song is having on you. So 100% put that music on. The next thing you should do is think about the people you're around. And this is a really good one. If you don't feel good, look at who you've been hanging around the most or who's been in your life somehow, who you're hanging out with today. Maybe you should reassess who those people are. Are those people positive? Do they make you feel good? Are they always negative? Do they complain all the time? Do they talk down to you? If you're around a lot of negativity, how can you not feel negative? Can you get around positive people? Who is that person? Those people who you really like being around, that person that is a light for you. Can you go grab some coffee with them, a bite to eat? Can you call them? How can you get away from the negative and get around the positive? This will shift the way you feel. Way too often, we don't think about the people around us and how they can be affecting us. So can you get around more positive people? And if you can't do it physically, how about virtually? Is there a podcast you can listen to? Is there a YouTube channel with motivational speakers? Is there an audio book? Is there somebody out there online that makes you feel better about yourself? If you can't get around somebody in person, do it virtually. Now let's look at your internal and external environment. Let's assess some things real quick. First, let's look at the internal. How are you talking to yourself today? How do you talk to yourself on a regular basis? Is it positive? Is it negative? When something happens to you, how have you been reacting to it and talking to yourself about it today? Are you reacting really negatively to it? And I struggle with this, right? If something happens, especially with technology, I get to cussing and fussing and I get pissed the hell off. But if you don't feel 100%, think about your internal world and what you've been saying and how you've been handling things. Are you helping yourself or hurting yourself when it comes to thinking about your current circumstances? So that's the internal. Let's go external. So look around you or around your workspace. Is it messy? Is there trash all over the place? If it is, there's a good chance you might feel shitty. If you live in a pigsty, then yeah, you probably will feel shitty. Clean house equals clean mind. And you know that feeling when you clean up the house and it's spotless and you sit down and it just feels good. You look around and you put your feet up, right? I love that feeling. Do you need to clean up? Is your house cluttered? Right? If your house is cluttered, it's a good chance your mind is cluttered. Another external environment, your body. What about your body? Have you showered today? A nice, hot, long shower can definitely change your mood. Get in that shower, put that music on. It'll be hard not to change your mood, at least a little bit. What about what you're wearing? Now, me personally, I would think I'm a good dresser. I know how to clean up. And when you look nice, you typically feel nice too. So maybe you should put that good shirt on. Pull that shirt out of the closet or those jeans that fit perfectly. Now, don't interpret that as go buy more clothes or shoes. Don't be lying on me to your significant other talking about Darius said I should go shopping to feel better. Anyway, the external. And we covered this earlier, but who's around you? Who's been around you today? Who did you come in contact with today? Did you wake up and get hit with a text from your mama and it stressed you out? Did you open Facebook and see all the horrible stuff going on in the world? Think about the external and all the things that you consume throughout the day that could have an effect on you. That could have an effect on you. Same way, if you eat some greasy, overly processed fast food late at night, you're going to feel it. Your body digests it. Wow, I cannot talk today. Your body digests it differently than natural food. You're going to feel sluggish. And if you feed your mind a bunch of greasy, negative hamburger, social media, and negative people meals, it's going to affect you and your mind in the same way. So what are you surrounding yourself with and what are you putting into your body? So you won't wake up 100% every day. It's just not going to happen. Nobody wakes up 100% every day. But you do have some strategies to be able to assess and try and turn it around. So anytime you have a shitty day, listen to this episode. If you have a friend that has a lot of shitty days and you think they need to hear this, send it to them. If you think other folks who follow you on social media will benefit from hearing this, share it so people can see it and get out of having that bad day. You will be surprised by how many people follow you right now that probably need to hear this episode. So that's how I'm going to end this one. The bad days are going to happen. Let's not let that bad moment turn into a bad day. Let's recognize what's going on with us internally and externally and be able to make the day better, especially if those days have been strung together and you've been having a lot of them. So that's what I got for you today. If you like this episode, please share it with somebody that can benefit from this, somebody who is a friend or a family member, somebody who has goals and is trying to improve their lives. So thank you again, and let's get it in.